Hello traders, hello everyone, my name is Gregor and welcome to our new episode of Surfing the Elliott Waves, where I'll look some of the most interesting developments for this week. This video has been brought to you by Orbex. I will cover Aussie dollar, Euro Aussie, S&P 500 and dollar yen. So if we take a look on Aussie dollar, as you know, the market has moved to the upside. We have seen a push above this April 14 highs, so it was obviously a push higher came from the risk on sentiment. We see stocks moving to the upside and commodity currencies are also following the stock market, and Aussie appears to be very strong. If you look at Aussie against the Kiwi, you will see that actually Aussie is much better performer. So what is the structure? Well, since we have reached a new highs here, it's clearly evident that we are making a 5 waves up from these March lows, meaning that we have a bottom in place. It can be just a temporary bottom, or it can be actually a major reversal. But important is that this is only the first leg, okay, of a much higher recovery. So be aware of a pullback before we make another step to the upside. But important is that you respect this swing high here back from March and current 61.8% projection area for current fifth wave measured from this wave 3. Okay, so this is the first resistance and up there would be the second resistance. I assume that somewhere from here we will see a reversal down into a new corrective phase. At the same time, obviously, we may see stocks also moving lower as well. So I will look on stocks in a second. Before we go to the S&P 500, also I mentioned, let's take a look on Euro Aussie. Now Euro Aussie, as you can see here on a weekly chart, is making a very strong reversal. It's falling well back into this very nasty range that has been the case back in 2018 through 2019 as well. So this overlap confirms that we have a top in place, because you cannot say that this was wave 1, wave 2, you have seen wave 3, and that would be a wave 4, because bullish impulse would be invalidated. So I really like this overlap because we just have another confirmation telling us that the top is in place. And if you look on this 4-hour chart, you will actually see that we already have some evidence of a bearish impulse in progress. We have very nice, so far, very nice 5 waves down here within wave 3 that is moving into some potential support levels down here. So just be aware of this recovery in 3 waves back into wave 4, which could face resistance at the previous 4th wave of one lesser degree before we resume lower. And actually this bounce could happen at the same time when Aussie dollar will move into the pullback. Now let's take a look also, as I mentioned, on the S&P 500. Well, we can see a very nice move to the upside here from March lows. Clearly this recovery can be counted in 5 waves. Okay, however, there is an important resistance at 2970 up to 3000. It's actually this gap that occurred in March. Okay, so as you know, when gaps are filled, new orders are executed, and that's what causes a potential new flows and new change in direction. So I would not be surprised if we see this pullback unfolding in the next few weeks. Also, let's not forget that we are in a 5th wave. We know that after every 5th waves, market will try to slow down and make a correction. In fact, that was also a move out of this triangle here in a 4th wave, and we know that when this happens, you are probably in a final stage of this current cycle, current trend. Okay, so be aware of this pullback, and then when once this pullback unfolds, I think that there can be opportunity to catch more upside. Okay, now let's take a look also on dollar yen. Now dollar yen is breaking to the downside out of this triangle consolidation, meaning that we are falling into wave C. Wave C represents the final leg of this wave B correction. Okay, the wave B correction, I'm tracking it down from March highs, and actually it looks like a very nice potential pattern with a nice support here around 105.50. So from there I would be expecting a bounce. Okay, I think this could be a very nice opportunity on the long side, especially if you will see on a smaller time frame, if you will see a 5-wave rally away from this resistance, support. So that would be a very important evidence for me. If I will see a 5 waves up from 105, then I may look even for potential long opportunities. Okay, but for now, this wave C is still unfolding. As you can see here on the hourly chart, there is still incomplete pattern. Okay, we may experience more weakness after a short-term bounce, as I said, towards 105.50. Traders, thank you very much for your attention. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I will talk to you again next week. Bye.